All right, 9 o'clock on your Saturday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, everyone. I'm Matthew Foltz alongside Lindsay Monroe. It has got to be a jam-packed weekend, Lindsay, especially for college football lovers. I know everyone probably has their whole calendar or TV lineup already lined up, ready to watch.
We're getting there. Season's already here, hard to believe, but it's kind of felt like football weather the past couple weeks.
It really has. It really has, which I don't think no one is complaining about, because we needed that relief from those 90-degree temperatures.
Yeah, it was a very hot start to August, kind of a mild ending, and we're going to see actually pretty seasonal temperatures. I think we'll be about 5 degrees below average. But I don't think anyone is complaining about the upper 70s with some sunshine. I mean, that is pretty ideal for your holiday weekend. I do want to point out what we've been monitoring here on radar. We've had this very stray shower pop up coming off of Lake Michigan. We've got some lake-enhanced clouds as well across our northwesternmost counties. Do want to zoom in a little closer because this is really falling apart. The past couple radar scans show perhaps a few lingering sprinkles as this moves out of Tippecanoe into northern Montgomery County. But what this is also doing is bringing in some additional cloud coverage. So I wanted to show you what it looks like on our live NDOT camera up in the Lafayette area. This is the cloud cover that's moved in. Again, a lot of that developing off of Lake Michigan. So I do think our friends across northern, northwestern parts of the state with that wind flow over the lake will likely see some additional clouds compared to elsewhere in central and especially southern Indiana. So that's going to play a little role in our temperatures, how warm it does get. Obviously, with more sun, going to get a little warmer. Right now, it's 59 in Indy. We're up to 60 in Bloomington. Started the day in the upper 40s there, so the sun's certainly already helping out. It's 56 in Shelbyville right now. We're headed back to the upper 70s. Looks like around the Indy metro. Still going to be mostly sunny here across the central part of the state. A touch cooler to areas north. So 76 your forecast high in Kokomo. 77 up in Lafayette today. Bloomington headed to 80. We've got some pretty big changes looking ahead at next week. Very seasonal for Labor Day and beyond, but then we've got this cold front set to arrive on Wednesday. It's going to really bring in some cooler air Thursday into next weekend. We'll talk more about the front and some rain that comes along with it in your full forecast.
It's been 20 years since Hurricane Katrina changed lives forever. The severe storm destroyed parts of the Gulf Coast, killing more than 1,300 people in 5 states. It also displaced more than 1 million people, sending them to other states, including right here in Indiana. Larcena Hicks and Chastity Johnson both haven't seen each other in 10 years, but the storm helped them build an unforgettable friendship. Hicks came to Indiana before Katrina made landfall, while Johnson left when floodwaters swept through New Orleans. At the time, Hicks was working as a case manager for Volunteers of America, and Johnson was one of her clients. Now they've been able to rebuild their lives together.
So many people helped us with the hurricane. I just vowed the rest of my life that I would be helping in some capacity in social services to help others.
Now, 20 years later, both women are still connected and are right here in Indiana, and they're glad the state gave them a second chance to live. This morning, the man suspected of 2 attempted rapes along the Monon Trail is under arrest. The reports came in on back-to-back weekends this month. In the first case, witnesses intervened. Then, after talking to the second victim and others along the trail, detectives determined the attacks were connected. Police later identified the suspect using forensics evidence and the victims as well as witnesses. The 27-year-old man is now facing preliminary counts of kidnapping, attempted rape, and strangulation. The prosecutor's office will make the final determination about former charges.
And welcome back into Operation Football. Dominic Miranda, Eli Gain. We've given you a full course. Pretty much.
Yeah.
A buffet.
Dessert now.
A dessert now. We've given you guys a buffet of highlights, 5 games. Check them off. As you mentioned, we got more.
Hey, we got more. There's always more, okay? There's more on WTHR Plus. There's more when you tune in on air. There's just more with Operation Football and Channel 13. All right, Lawrence Central played host to Zionsville, looking to bounce back. That tough loss to Lawrence North a week ago. Sam Manna getting the festivities started. 14-0 Zionsville. Bears in trouble? Not so fast. The Santana Allen, the throw. Dalen Lewis snatching that thing. He does the rest. 70 yards. See you later. We'll take that every day and twice on Sunday. 14-6 after the failed 2-point try. But how about this Lawrence Central defense? Freddie Shaw, sack, forced fumble, and I'll take that myself. 3-for-1 special. Allen and this offense, they're going to take advantage of this. Scanning, throwing. What a toss.
What a
Cameron Vaughn, the catch, the touchdown. But I mentioned it was the defense.
That's right.
And plays like this. Eli Showalter looking, throwing, tip drill, picked. DJ Summers. Yep, bye-bye. 80-yard pick six. What a bounce back for the Bears this week. 40-30, big winners over Zionsville in a fun one.
Cascade strapping it up with Danville. We're going to pick it up in the first quarter. Cascade already up a score until Danville ties it with a great grab. Carter Ward to Ethan Wooten on 4th down. So now we jump to the second quarter. Cascade in the red zone, down 3. Fake it to the fullback. Tricking everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Fools the cameraman a little bit. Toby Savini takes it in for the score. Let's jump ahead to the second half now. Danville down 35-17. Back against the wall. 4th down, no problem. That's wide open. Ward to Drew Rector. 2-point conversion. Made it a 10-point game, but Cascade, too much for the Warriors. Luke Farmer breaks through 47 yards to the house. 3A number 5. Cascade remains undefeated, 41-25.
That's a grown man run right there. All right, let's take it to Guerin Catholic. Golden Eagles playing host to Pendleton Heights. Students fired up. All right, the GC trailing 20-0 at the halftime break. What? Huh? Joel Weaver, nice little gain on the ground right there. Then how about this pitch and catch, all right? This really was the dagger a little bit later on here in the second half. Brant Gray up top into the waiting arms. Byron Boers, love to see it. Arabians rolling this one, 34-0. Dominant on the road for Pendleton Heights. 2-0 now on the year. Love to see it.
Over to Lebanon, the site for our Sunrise kickoff show on Friday morning.
Right.
They were great. The Tigers taking on Western Boone. Josh Parks off to the races. And here he goes. Are they going to get him? Yes, they do. They push him out of bounds inside the 5. That's a 34-yard pickup. No matter. Chris Hill out to Tannen Mondin. That's a touchdown, and it's 7-0. And like Dom, the students had a long day as well. Still cheering well into the night. Be loud or sit with your mom.
That's awesome.
That's great stuff. Jake Smith
so
gets it back for the Stars. Bulldozes his way across the goal line. We were knotted up at 7. Josh Parks, piece once again. Breaks off another one. This one 47 yards, and they are not going to catch him. He goes in, and the Tigers win big 48-21.
Love that. Big win for the Tigers. Josh Yoder, first win as head coach there in his first season. So congratulations, sir. All right, play of the night. A lot of good offensive plays, but we went defense tonight.
Had to go defense. When these guys get involved, we get excited when they get some shine. Let's take you back to Lawrence Central. And it's DJ Sumner's on the tip drill.
Yeah.
Here we go the other way.
Bye-bye.
Everyone else, look at the back of my jersey.
Yeah, that's just
I'm going in for an 80-yard pick six for the score and a go-ahead score in what was a huge win for the Bears after falling to arch rival last week. DJ Summers, play of the night.
There was a couple good contenders.
We had
last
some good
night
stuff.
too.
Yes,
that was a tough choice. I mean, game-winning field goal. Thembumalu. I messed it up, but you're
said it 3 different ways.
You're
so
a stud, young man. You're a stud.
That you got it once.
You're a stud. We'll get it right. I know. I got it right in there. Hey, a lot of fun last night. Hope you enjoyed our recap this morning. Be sure to catch it all on WTHR Plus and on air. A lot of fun. And next week's going to be even better. We're going to get better each and every single week. Eli Gain, Dominic Miranda. Have a great morning, everybody.